West Ham 1, Liverpool 3. That is a score line that pleases Stevie Nicol very much, hence that little sly smile there. Stevie, let's talk about your Reds. They have gone marching on. They do love them a trip to London away, it seems to. But on the night, we know that it looked like it could have been a tricky one for Liverpool at certain points. The starting 11, not quite the starting 11 that we're used to seeing, but they got the job done. So what does that tell you about this performance?
Well, I think it tells you that the culture and the mental strength that this side has is incredible. You're talking about half a team here that wasn't on the field, and then you've got Henderson who is on the field but is playing centre back. So again, you look at the front line. I mean, Divock Origi and Shaqiri. How many Premier League teams are actually giving them a starting? Are going to give them a game from the start. So this Liverpool side, you talk about depleted, but it completely dominated this game. The one worry I had was, yes, they had all the possession, but when were they going to get the breakthrough? Because recently in the Premier League, that's been a real struggle. And it's certainly been a struggle for Salah. I mean, he hasn't got a Premier League goal since the Crystal Palace game back last year in December. But what a couple of goals. My goodness. You talk about back to his best, goes past one defender, takes it onto his left and curls it in to put Liverpool ahead. And then the second goal, my goodness. You talk about a first touch. Now, this guy hasn't been able to control a bag of cement since that game against Palace in December in the Premier League. But what a touch with his right peg from a great Shaqiri pass, and then just cool and calm, just flicks it past the keeper with his left foot. I mean, this is the real Salah. Unfortunately, it hasn't been around for a wee while, but it looks like it's back.
I don't know if controlling a bag of cement is easy for anyone, apart from probably the Incredible Hulk, Stevie, but I'll trust you on that one. And speaking just on Mo Salah, and we talk about the struggles that Jurgen Klopp has voiced about Liverpool with the injuries, of course, going on in this unprecedented year or season, rather. But then now you see Mo Salah coming back, kind of getting his swag back. How important is it for Liverpool to have Salah consistently like this, especially when they don't have so many of their other big names?
Well, it's huge. Mane was missing today because he's got a bit of a muscle strain. Firmino needed a rest. And so Salah really was carrying Liverpool's attack on his shoulders, quite honestly. Because, as I said, Shaqiri, I don't believe, is going to be scoring goals. And Divock Origi can pull one from nowhere, but you can't rely on him. So, yeah, it was huge for Liverpool today that Salah had his shooting boots on and was back to his best.
With this kind of mentality, even if it's not the full team, do you kind of feel like Liverpool are getting their strides back, their swag back, that kind of thing, to at least help them power through at the right time of this season?
To be honest with you, the problem Liverpool have had is putting the ball in the back of the net. It's not like they haven't been outplaying teams. I mean, I'll go back to the start of the horrible run. West Brom completely annihilated them as far as possession of the ball was concerned. Same with Newcastle. Games like that where they were just blunt going forward, and that's kind of been their only problem. As weak as it looks on paper defensively, they've actually done pretty well. And so really, if they continue to put the ball in the back of the net, then they'll continue to win games.
Well, Leicester City lose to Leeds today. So now Liverpool, with this win, have stuck their way back up into third there. Not very much behind Manchester United, or the two Manchester teams. They've got one next in Manchester City. I know that's going to be a huge test for them, Stevie. From what you saw today, can they take it? Are they ready for that kind of a test?
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about possessing the ball. Liverpool can outpossess anybody, and that includes Manchester City. The question has been recently that with all the possession, Liverpool have struggled to score goals. Can they do that against City? Well, yes, they can. Mo Salah looks as though he's back to his best. I'm assuming Mane was held out as a precaution today against West Ham, and Firmino will play, so it will be the front three. I don't see any reason why Liverpool can't go and beat Manchester City.
Yes, the clear problem will be how will they cope defensively, because again, it's probably going to be Jordan Henderson and Nate Phillips. So far, they've coped with it well, haven't lost too many goals, and so again, it's really going to be down to can they put the ball in the back of the net, and if they do, then I believe they can beat City.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.